Welcome to the Solo Launch. We're so excited to have you join us today and really start looking at how you can launch within your business to bring in more leads and make more sales. So real quick, who are we? We are Alex and Ray. I'm Ray right now speaking, and you're going to meet Alex as you go through this course. So we are the co-founders of the Hustle Hive Launch Lab, and we'll talk to you a little bit more about that later on. But for right now, I want just to let you know who is presenting these trainings to you. Alex is a certified life performance and business mentor and an organic marketing expert. I am a certified business and launch strategist through the Academy of Coaching, Mentoring, and Training. So what I teach here is through my certification, and we both really focus on continuing education within our business. Now I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. One thing Alex and I really prioritize here is making sure that you don't spend so much time trying to understand what we're teaching that you can't focus on actually implementing this within your business. We don't want to add a lot of fluff. We want to let you know exactly the most important things for you to take away, right? So these are the main three strategies when it comes to launching. So you probably have heard of these before. We have the Evergreen, the 60-minute masterclass, and a 3 to 5 day event or challenge. So really, there's more than one way to scale your business, and what strategy might work for someone, it might not work for someone else. So as we go through this, try to figure out which strategy feels most aligned with your goals and your business and where you're at right now. We want to be realistic. We don't want to overwhelm ourselves. That is one thing we see, is that people, when they take on too much, they give up, and that is not our goal for you. We want you to pick something that you can actually execute within your business and see your ROI. So the first one here is the Evergreen launch. Now, a lot of times you'll hear people say they really want to go evergreen, and evergreen is great because it does create that reoccurring income. Now, with evergreen, it's not just a build it and leave it situation. You do still have to work in your business, but it is something that works well for many people. So some of the pros are that once it's created, the strategy is automated. We're automatically nurturing and converting our leads, and this is a really great way to bring in thousands of leads into your business. It's set up for you, and it can just work in the background as long as we're checking in on it and making sure that we're fixing any kind of tweaks or things that come up along the way. It is tech, so things are going to happen. And it's great for converting our ideal clients quickly through our low price offers. And the cons, it's tech heavy, or it can be, and it does take a little bit longer to convert your leads in this model. So here, this is where they are going to enter this funnel. So Evergreen is basically a funnel that you're putting your leads through. So they grab that freebie. You're going to take them. So you have like the opt-in page here. Once they submit their information, we want to make sure you have a thank you page. On this thank you page, you can have links to your Facebook group or links to connecting with you on Instagram, whatever you want them to do next. However, one piece of the puzzle people often miss it with this thank you page is having a low ticket offer that we present in front of them. Thanks for signing up for this freebie. Because you signed up for this freebie, I want to offer you 50% off XYZ, or offer you XYZ for only $17. Something that is a no-brainer, and it's easy for them to be like, yes, that sounds awesome. Because then we're immediately bringing in a little bit of that cash injection, right? We're bringing a little bit of revenue when they go ahead and grab that. Now, if they hit the thank you page and maybe they join your Facebook group, maybe they follow you on Instagram, but they decide the upsell is not for them right now, that is completely fine. We're then going to put them into a nurture sequence, okay? Within that nurture sequence, we are going to upsell them again a little bit further down the line. We don't want to do it too quickly because we want them to get to know us. We want to build that like, know, trust. Now, in the nurture sequence, we will be inviting them to more trainings that we're doing, or If you don't do trainings, maybe it's providing more resources or whatever kind of value that we can continually to give these people to make sure that they understand what we do and that, we're legit basically, and we do care about them and their success in whatever it is that we teach. From these trainings, we are going to do an upsell. Now, you might notice that I have training here and it does say Evergreen. Trainings can be recorded. You don't have to do live trainings. You can provide them in different ways, but you can pre-record your trainings and you can use them again and again as long as they're still relevant and makes sense with, the time and the industry. Now, just like if they buy that upsell from your thank you page, we're going to still nurture them and eventually upsell them into an additional offer. So this is basically the evergreen sequence. Obviously, you're going to have some tech knowledge to be able to set this up. Now, it doesn't have to be complicated. This can be a pretty simple process within your platform, and we will be providing some options for different platforms within the comments here that we particularly like ourselves. And then we have the 60-minute masterclass. Masterclass can be training, it can be workshop, it can be webinar. There's many different words, but they're all basically the same thing with a little bit different structure, but pretty much the same goal, right? And the pros here are that it tends to be easier and quicker to put together. You're only planning 60 minutes to jump on a call and teach whatever it is that you teach or do a coaching session, however you decide to structure this, right? And it's great at converting a warm audience. And you can really bring a quick cash injection to your business because you're just jumping on a 60-minute call, which you've already pre-planned, but you're jumping on it and you're inviting them to purchase something within your offer, your product suite, right? And so we can just kind of create a quick cash injection because it's not going to take as long for us to plan this compared to the 3 to 5 day event we're going to talk about in a minute. So if we really see, I just need to bring in another, 6 or 7K this month. Okay, I'm going to jump on and do a quick 60-minute masterclass and invite people to my core offer. Now, the cons when it comes to 60-minute masterclasses is they're not great for a cold audience. We don't have a lot of time to really warm them up and get them to trust us and really see the value that we provide. Now, when we're looking at how to plan a 60-minute masterclass, we're going to promote it for about 1 week before the event. Then we have the event, it's 60 minutes long, and then we're going to promote our offer for the next following week. And next we have the 3 to 5 day event or challenge, right? The pros about this event are they attract, they nurture, and convert in a short amount of time. And it's a great way to take people from cold to hot. And it does bring in that quick cash injection like we saw with the 60-minute masterclass. Because after this, we are going to invite them to make a purchase. Now, the con here is that it's a longer launch period. It can take a lot of work if you're doing this on your own, but you can do it so you really have to assess how much time you have, what your goals are, where your audience is at, and that's going to help you determine what style of launch that you want to choose. So which strategy is going to work best for your business. Now, with a 3 to 5 day event, we're going to promote for about 2 to 3 weeks before the event itself, before the challenge starts. And then it'll either be 3 to 5 days long. That's up to you. For us personally, we see the highest conversion with 3-day events. Some people's audience really need those 5 days though. And depending on what you're teaching, that might make sense for you. So that is a decision you need to make as you consider your ideal client. After you have your challenge, you're going to offer a 72-hour bonus. So we don't do financial bonuses in our business, but you can. So you can offer a discount on your core offer if that's something that you feel will really help your ideal client make that decision. What we like to do is we'll offer access to additional programs. We'll offer one-on-one sessions. It depends on the level of the offer they're purchasing, but we just provide more value to help them make that fast decision, right? Fast action right here is what we're looking for, because we want to encourage them to make a decision before they move on to something else, right? They experienced a lot of value with us in those 3 days. And so now we want them to continue working with us because we know we can help them and we care about them. After that 72-hour bonus, and it depends on the calendar dates that you choose for your event. This is not an exact science. You're going to do a pop-up masterclass, and you don't have to announce this until a couple days before. That's up to you how you want to structure this. It can be a pop-up Q&A session. It can be a pop-up hot seat coaching. It can be a pop-up, basically a 60-minute masterclass, just to help those people who are on the line. They're not sure if they want to join. They think it's a good idea, but they don't know if it works for their business or their life or whatever it is. This is where you can start talking to them and help really create that trust to help them make the final decision to join you. After the challenge for the event, we're going to promote our offer for about a week. And we promote on social, we promote on email, we promote within the Facebook group if this is where we've hosted our event. And then the following week, we're going to promote our downsell. And so for those who weren't ready to purchase our core offer, we're going to go ahead and let them know what we have to provide for them. That might be a little bit, well, it will be a little bit cheaper, right? This is a no-brainer. It's a low ticket. So somewhere in that, less than $100 range, usually we promote it for $7 to $47. And then we have the stages of a launch. So this is just for you to be aware of as you're creating your launch calendar. So you chose your strategy, and now you need to kind of map it out on your calendar so that you can get it in your project management system or in your notebook. So I just briefly want to go over the stages of a launch. We have pre-launch, we have cart opens, and then we have post-launch. So pre-launch, at this stage, we're warming up our audience, getting them excited. We're, bringing in new leads. We are starting to drop hints into our core offer. So whatever that core offer is for you, it's your mid-level offer, most likely. Start kind of, when you're marketing your event or your challenge or whatever it is you have coming up, kind of hint at things you're going to be teaching them within the program that you are going to pitch within this launch. And we also want to be talking about what we're actually going to teach them in our launch event. Why should they give us their time, give us their email to come join us? So we do want to have clear expectations around that. And we want our audience to want to know more, right? We want them to be curious about what's happening. They want to jump in. It's free. And so why not? And then we go into cart open. So this is where you're going to sell your offer and start seeing the ROI. We want to make sure we are educating our audience on their problem that they're experiencing, because not everyone knows. They might know something's going on, but part of our, responsibility is to help them see it. And this is not in any way a place that you need to be manipulative. I want to make sure that you are very ethical when it comes to, helping people see an issue that they might be struggling with. Because let's say, for example, someone's trying to lose weight. They might not know why. And you're helping kind of show them, here's something that might be your problem. Or maybe so we don't want to do this in a way where we're convincing them they have a problem and the only way to solve that is to work with us. We want this to be real and legit because we want to run, honest businesses here. And then once we, help educate them on that problem, we want to show them why they need to solve it and why working with us or why our offer is what they should be investing in. And we do create a sense of urgency at this point. So this is when that 72-hour bonus comes into play, and we're offering a lot more if they make that fast action decision. They don't have to. We're not going to, hate them if they don't, but this is just that little extra encouragement to go ahead and join us. And then we have post-launch. So once our cart has closed, we move on to the post-launch phase. And we really want to focus on an amazing client experience. And I'm going to be doing another training here on that for you guys. And we wanted to evaluate our launch. What went well, what did not go well, and what are we changing next time? Because every time we launch, we should be learning from it. And our next launch should get easier because we've put in so much work into it. And we're just going to change a few things around, which is the great thing about launching is the first time is always a lot of work. But then the more you launch, you have a lot set up where it becomes really simple and, smooth within your business. And then we want to continue those who didn't purchase our core offer. And we're going to offer them a downsell at this time because someone who makes a purchase within your business is so much more likely to make a purchase later on. They just aren't sure yet, or they haven't fully committed to their business or whatever it is that you're teaching. And this is just an opportunity for us to show them how much value we can provide and encourage them to join us in what we're offering. So, like I said before, there is more than one strategy to scale your business. So I want you to take some time before moving on to the next lesson to think about which strategy works best for you, your goals, and your business. Is it the evergreen strategy? Are you going to slowly nurture your leads and make those sales? Is it the 60-minute masterclass? And you remember, for this, ideally you have a warm audience, just because of the amount of time that you're going to be spending with them. Or is it that 3 to 5 day event or challenge? Like I said, this is great for converting cold to warm because of the amount of time they get to spend with you. However, that launch can take more time and more planning, but you can do this solo. You can take as long as you need to really plan out your launch. It's just not going to be that quick cash injection necessarily. So please let us know what strategy you have decided to implement throughout this course, and we're excited to see what you do. So let us know if you have any questions. We are always here to help.